The tragic ballad of Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet, oh my darlings, gather round. Let me sing you the sorrowful tale of Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet, a place where dreams go to die, where the word luxury is dragged through the mud, kicked around, and left to rot like the feces-encrusted toilet brush I found in my room. ACTI, the grand deception. Imagine, if you will, the audacity. You book a 5-star hotel, 5 stars, my loves, expecting opulence, only to arrive and realize you've been bamboozled, swindled, hoodwinked. The lobby. A sad, musty relic of the 1980s, smelling of stale air and broken promises. The staff, less welcoming committee, more prison guards who hate their jobs. I was given a room, the horror, on the ground floor, where the only thing separating me from the outside world was a flimsy, non-existent net curtain. Imagine sweet summer children, waking up to the sight of strangers strolling past your window like you some kind of zoo exhibit. I begged reception for privacy, only to be told, with Olympic-level indifference, that I had to personally hunt down the cleaning staff and ask them myself. Excuse me, since when is managing hotel staff part of the all-inclusive package? The room of despair. Let us dissect this tragedy. The bed, a medieval torture device disguised as a mattress so hard, I woke up with more aches than a Victorian ghost. The duvet, stained with the sins of past guests, smelling faintly of regret and lost hope. The air conditioning, a cruel joke. It wheezed like an asthmatic grandfather, barely pushing out a whisper of cool air while the Tunisian summer sun turned my room into a sauna of suffering. And then the bathroom, a true masterpiece of horror. The toilet brush, my dear comrades, was coated in dried human waste. Why would anyone leave it like that? This isn't just bad hygiene, it's a crime against humanity. The shower, a rusty, sad little thing that dribbled lukewarm water like it, too, had given up on life. The tiles were cracked, the grout black with mold, and the ceiling was a Jackson Pollock of water stains and neglect. The dining hall of broken dreams. Food, you ask? Imagine the blandest, saddest buffet you've ever seen. Remove all flavor, warmth, and joy. What remains is Alhambra Thalasso's culinary experience. Cold, congealed mystery meats, vegetables boiled into submission, and bread so stale it could be used as a weapon. The waiters, they existed but only to glare at us while they ate their own meals in the staff room, leaving guests to fend for themselves. And here's the piece de resistance: water cost extra. Yes, water, the literal essence of life. They charged us for hydration, then had the audacity to forbid us from bringing our own bottles. It's like being trapped in a dystopian novel where capitalism has gone rabid, and if you dared to ask for a drink, the bartender would sigh dramatically, check his watch, and serve you with all the enthusiasm of a man forced to attend his own funeral. The guests versus the staff war. The staff morale was non-existent. Cleaners screamed at each other in the hallways over towels. Waiters had to surrender their tips to some mysterious figure at the entrance of the dining hall, like a mafia operation but with worse hospitality. Guest relations, So Hala, the so-called guest relations officer, was less problem solver and more master.
The reality of businesses near Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet. If you're staying near Alhambra Thalasso in Hammamet, prepare yourself, because the businesses around here are a masterclass in disappointment. From theme parks that feel like scams to spas that leave you more stressed than relaxed, this area has perfected the art of letting people down. Let's start with Carthage Land, the amusement park that should really be called Disappointment Land. The reviews paint a picture of a place where hygiene is optional, staff behavior is questionable, and the only thing more shocking than the entry fee is the fact that people still pay it. One visitor walked into a bathroom only to find, let's just say it wasn't cleaned since the Stone Age. Another family was met with what they described as blatant discrimination, staff laughing at them in Tunisian Arabic while refusing to let a man with Down syndrome on rides, claiming he wouldn't fit. Spoiler, he'd ridden roller coasters taller than the staff's egos just a week before. And if it rains, tough luck. Your ticket money vanishes faster than the park's dignity. Then there's Azur Thalasso, the spa that somehow manages to turn relaxation into rage. Imagine booking a massage, arriving 2 minutes late, and being yelled at like you just committed a crime. Or worse, getting a massage so aggressive you'd think the therapist was kneading dough, not human flesh. Privacy? Forget it. One guest was left half naked on a table with the door wide open, while the masseuse disappeared without a word. And if you dare complain, the manager is always mysteriously absent. Restaurants here don't fare much better. Dar El Jeld is the kind of place where reservations mean nothing, menus lie, and the service treats you like an inconvenience. One guest booked a table in the main dining room months in advance, only to be shoved onto a rooftop with a completely different and inferior menu. Another was interrogated by security just for daring to step inside without a reservation, while foreigners waltzed right in. The food? Overpriced, undersized, and occasionally inedible. One poor soul described their lamb as a bit overcooked, which, in food review language, means it could have doubled as shoe leather. If you're looking for nightlife, Calypso Club Hammamet is where fun goes to die. Picture this: you show up, excited for a night out, only to be strong-armed into paying 500 dinars for a table you didn't ask for. The music is deafening, the security treats you like a criminal, and if you're unlucky, you might even get robbed while being harassed. One mother watched in horror as security did nothing, while men harassed her daughter, then realized her belongings had vanished in the chaos. Even the shopping is a gamble. Store Hammamet seems to operate on the principle that refunds are a myth. Bought the wrong size? Too bad. Their policy is simple: no returns, no remorse. And then there's Skybar Hammamet, where the only thing higher than the prices is the likelihood of leaving confused. One guest found their bill mysteriously inflated, because why charge what's on the menu when you can just make it up as you go? So, what's the verdict? Businesses near Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet are a mixed bag, if the bag was filled with broken promises and bad service. The pattern is clear: poor hygiene, shocking customer service, hidden fees, and a general sense that tourists are just walking ATMs. If you're staying here, keep your expectations low and your wallet guarded. Or better yet, venture further out. Because in this area, the only thing you're guaranteed to take home is regret.
Oh, I was just looking into things around Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet, like what tourists should expect. And it is sad, but some places here, they just want to take your money in bad ways. Like businesses near Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet, they can be tricky. They see tourists and think, oh, let us charge them crazy prices. Like there was this Caf Yasmin in the New Medina, not far from Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet. And this tourist, they just wanted mint tea, simple thing. But then the bill came 26 dinars for 2 cups. That is like way too much. The tourist was so upset, like this is a rip-off. And I get it, You're just trying to relax and then boom, someone tricks you. Probably the tourist paid because they didn't want trouble, but then they told everyone online like don't go there. And the caf, probably still doing it because tourists don't always check prices first. And you know what is worse? This isn't even the only place near Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet like this. Some shops, they smile at you, act so friendly, but then the price isn't what they said. Or they say, oh, this is special price for you, but it is not special, it is just more. And tourists, they don't always know, so they pay. And then later they feel so stupid, but it is not their fault, It is just some people here, they see a chance and take it. I bet that tourist left Caf Yasmin feeling so cheated, like their nice day was ruined. And the caf probably just waited for the next person to overcharge. It is sad. Like why can people just be fair? Alhambra Thalasso Hammamet is so beautiful, but stuff like this, it makes you not trust anyone. 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 Anyone.